Welcome. This is the February 20th meeting of the Zoning Board of Appeals. I'd like to start the meeting by saying the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Tonight's decision will be published in the Record Journal on Friday, February 23rd, 2018. The effective date of your variance will be Friday, February 23rd, 2018. The date a certified copy is recorded on the land records. The statutory 15-day appeal period will expire on Sunday, March 11th, 2018. If you commence operations and/or construction during the appeal period, you do so at your own risk. First tonight, I'd like to welcome Ms. Christine Tata as a full voting member, and as an alternate, Bruce Conroy. He will be voting for Sam Carmody. First application up is 18001 and 18002. Special exception request from Randall for a total garage area of 1,320 square feet to construct an 800 square foot detached garage at 40 Apple Tree Lane, and a variance request from Randall for height of 20 feet to construct a detached garage at 40 Apple Tree Lane. We'll hear both these applications and then vote on them separately. Mr. Secretary, do we have any correspondence?
First of all, I'll read the special exception application to allow construction of 800 foot square detached garage on subject parcel in addition to existing 520 square foot attached garage. Total garage area proposed is 1,320 square feet, where a maximum of 936 square feet is permitted. Variance application 18002 to allow a garage height of 20 feet where maximum 15 is permitted. Public hearing was continued from January 16, 2018, pending applicant's submission of complete application and materials plans by January 26, 2018. After a review of application, additional materials submitted on January 29, 2018, and a discussion at a public hearing open January 16, 2018, this office cannot identify a discernible hardship for granting variance, therefore recommends the application for height variance be denied. Special exception request for total proposed garage area of 1,320 square feet is greater than the gross living area of primary residence, and therefore creates an accessory building that is not subordinate in appearance or nature to the residential dwelling and not in keeping with the character of the neighborhood. That's all I have.
Welcome. Please state your name and address for the record.
Ronald Randall, 40 Apple Tree Lane.
Renee Randall, 40 Apple Tree Lane.
Matthew Niskian with Giuliano Associates. We're the engineers and surveyors on this project.
Okay. Go ahead, explain your application.
Mr. Randall here has a RV which he would like to protect. It is exposed right now. They were actually vandalized last Halloween, so they would like to enclose it in a garage. It is an RV, which is why the height and the size variance are requested. You can't put an RV in a normal size garage. You do need the height for it. The height is minimalized to keep it as short as possible while still giving room for Mr. Randall to work on the RV and to allow it to fit in the garage.
May I also add that, like I was saying, we were vandalized on the windshield last Halloween, which creates a bit of a problem with the insurance, with the kids seeing it. And then we also realized that every time we leave with the RV, it's like a signal to tell everybody we're on vacation and no longer home. If the RV is in an enclosed garage, we leave, they really won't know if we're on vacation or not. So we're finding that having this enclosed is definitely to our benefit. Plus the fact that we have to remove the snow that we've been getting off the roof, and I'm 60, and I'm not going to be getting much younger. And that's getting to be a little bit more difficult as I'm getting older.
And in response to the being out of characteristic of the neighborhood, there is actually structures of a similar size. One is actually within 600 feet. It is on Jones Road, so it is a couple lots behind Mr. Randall's house. And in that area, there is numerous sized barns, garages of similar size. We do have pictures of those if you would so.
You want to bring them up, please?
Sure. Let's see if I can get these out for you. Matt, do you have yours one more handy? Matt, this is the 4-car. Right there. Do you want me to give him that one too? This one? That's to the-
So I would also like to add that this is part of our retirement plan, and we really, would like to preserve it and, be able to use it in retirement. And I think if it's out in the elements, it's,
Shortens the life of it.
it's gonna shorten the life of it, quite a bit. So I think that's another factor.
Also, I do have pictures here showing the area where it will be. Both sides of Mr. Randall's property have extremely tall evergreens, so you will not really be able to see it from the neighbors, and it is far enough from the rear, which also has landscaping, that will prevent it from being seen from the neighbors. So the only spot it will be seen is from the road, but it is recessed down.
It's 9 feet down below our ground level because of the shape of our land.
And one of those pictures is a house that is right next door to us. I think, Joe, you might be holding that. Can you show me that picture? Yeah.
That's the
So-
3-story house.
So that
that was
is
just
our
built.
neighbor's house that was just built.
Remodeled.
Recently, and that's what we look at every day. And if you're talking about keeping within character of the neighborhood, there's our little ranch and their little ranch, and then there's the one next to them, and that's in the middle of the two. Whereas with our garage, it's gonna be down low, and it's not gonna be obtrusive to the view of anybody.
Okay, could you explain your reason for the hardship?
The hardship, I feel, would be the exposure to this. This isn't a very expensive coach. I've saved 20 years to buy this. New England weather is just brutal on this. That's one of the parts of the hardship. The second part of the hardship is me being able to remove snow from this. I'm just not going to be able to keep doing this. It has to come off the roof. You can't let snow pile up on a flat roof.
Okay, normally, a hardship to be approved would have to be something where the land is causing you to have to do this, something, your topography or your land, not necessarily a financial or any other
A physical.
reason for a hardship. It has to run with something where the land, you have a odd-shaped lot, or you're on a hill, and because of that, you have to, and that's normally how we would approve a hardship. So that's why I was asking you if you can explain your
I wasn't sure
hardship.
the definition of the hardship. That
Right.
wasn't.
So in the case where they built up, what's,
Well,
Right.
that's a house and a regular house structure, so the zoning's different on a house than compared to a garage, where the zoning on a garage is different, where we have height restrictions on a garage.
How about the other garage that's about 900 feet behind mine?
I have no idea if it's, again, according with some zoning regs, if it's attached to the house, it could be the size of the house. It's all depends with the regs, right, Amy?
Yeah, Mr. Chair, if I may. There is no garage of that size on Jones Road. There is one parcel, I don't know the address of what you've submitted for photos, that includes 3 barns, which were built in the 1900s. Certainly a significant difference. That would be number 40 Jones Road.
Okay.
So that's what you're referencing, where it's apples and oranges. There
Oh,
are
that's
no-
the barn, but there's also,
There's structures there that all predated zoning. There is no garage of that height and that size, unless it's illegal and we don't know about it. But there's absolutely nothing of that size detached.
yeah, I have here. May I show you this?
I believe on the pictures it is either 48, 49 Jones Road. There is an aerial.
What is the address?
I believe it's 48 or 49, the mailbox was down
This is an attached garage. That's not a detached structure, that's why. This is an attached building. That's an attached building, correct. Not a attachment. The idea is the zoning regulations state a camper of 20 to 30 feet needs to be in a building. The intent of the zoning regulations was not to create a building to cover the camper, but to store it in a building, because they don't, and this is what, 46 feet long? This is an attached building. There are regulations regarding what defines attached. It's not just a corridor. That's apples and oranges. There is a property with multiple outbuildings that were built in the 1900s.
Sorry, Amy, can you just repeat what you said about the size of the RV that has to be?
Use the mic, please.
Could you use the microphone, please?
Could you please repeat what you just said about the size of the RV that's required to be in?
I will read you the zoning regulations regarding boats and campers. No boat, bus, or self-contained camper-type vehicle larger than 20 feet in length but less than 30 feet in length shall be parked in a front yard in a residential, rural, multifamily, or limited business district from the first day of October to the 30th day of April. It may be parked in a side or rear yard if it is properly screened from view from any other lot or from any street. No bus, boat, or self-contained camper-style vehicle larger than 30 feet in length shall be parked in any residential, rural, multifamily, or limited business district unless it is stored in a building. Again, the intent was not to get the RV and erect in a building around it. The idea was that they really don't belong in a residential area.
Amy, if I may, what is the article that was in? So-
This is in the outside storage, section 6.12D, regarding boats and campers.
Thank you.
Now, I've been a Wallingford citizen for 20 years, paid taxes here. I keep
Actually,
my
30.
yard, 30 years, I keep my yard immaculate. I have followed the rules. I'm just asking to have something put around this, so again, it's not obtrusive at all. There are front garages that will look exactly like this garage. The only difference is at the back of it, and like I said, I'm so down deep in a gully and landscaped, I really don't see an issue.
Okay, anybody else got any questions? Ms. Tata?
Thank you. When you bought the camper, did you always store it at your
I've had it-
home, or was it stored anywhere else
I've
previously?
had it for 3 years now, stored
And
it.
always stored at your home? Okay, thank you.
Anybody else? Do you have anything else to add?
Just on a drive-by going through the neighborhood, there is another house, I believe it is 2 houses down, that does have an RV also, and it is sitting out in the yard on a similar gravel pad. And it does stand out. You do notice it while driving by. And again, a building stands out too, but a building versus an RV, you could make a building look nice, whereas an RV is pretty much unchanging once you have it.
Anything else to add? Is there anybody here to speak in favor of this application? Anybody here to speak against the application? Hearing none, I'm going to close the public hearing and open it up for possible discussion and action by the board. Does anybody want to make a motion?
We're making a motion on both items, or?
No, we'll do first 18001, and that is the special exception.
I make a motion that we deny the special exception.
Second the motion.
Motion to deny, Mr. Conroy. Yes to deny?
Aye.
Okay. Mr. Wolfer.
Yes to deny.
Mr. Rice.
Yes to deny.
Ms. Tata.
Yes.
Chairman Rusick.
Yes to deny. Anybody got a motion for 18002?
Mr. Chairman, I would make a motion on the garage height, application number 18002, due to the topography of the land that we approve the height variance.
Any second?
So no second?
No
for me.
second,
Want me
not
to
carried, unless you want to
Withdraw
revise.
my motion, or I'll withdraw my motion.
Mr. Chairman, I make a motion to deny application 18002 for the height variance, 40 Apple Tree Lane.
Second that.
Motion to deny, Mr. Conroy,
Aye.
Mr. Wolfer,
Yes to deny.
Mr. Rice,
Yes.
Ms. Tata,
No.
and Chairman Rusick.
Yes to deny. Both of your applications have been denied.
Thank you, Commission members.
Okay, next, that's all right. I was told we don't have to do that. Yeah. Can we get a motion to approve the minutes?
Make a motion to approve the minutes, January 16th.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Can I get a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
Just real quick before we do adjourn, I just want to say, hopefully next month we'll have a full slate and we'll be able to have elections of officers. So back to the motion to adjourn. We have a second? All in
Second.
favor? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye.